Hi everyone, here's Grace, and the video topic is about prohibition crocodiles in the interwar times like 1918 to 1939. Well, let's move on and we firstly talk about prohibitions. The prohibitions is kind of a result of temperance movement, and people do this movement is because they're thinking alcohol causes a lot of questions about health, about society questions too. So they do some methods to ban the alcohols, like they do not allow legal drinking establishments or sell alcohols to others, but actually government, they can use alcohols like drugs in the partialities. So from this difficult event, some of people do wrong things. They go to speak easy or Black Pigs to buy illegal alcohols. Also, it have a funny fact. Like I mentioned before, government have the alcohol can sell because they can help for doing the drug things, right? So lots of people use this to persuade their doctors to give them some alcohols. But actually, this also causes questions like one year's Christmas Day. The truly people need to use alcohols that do not have the alcohol to use. It's because most of alcohols giving away. So from this kind of difficult things to people, the prohibition in Canada is kind of hard to be success. So it's only have a little time to be success, but it repels from 1919. And also most of the places, they all to replay this loyal because most of them it's kind of not so successful and they can cause a lot of question to people, so the government just stop it. And also look at these pictures I draw here. It's from a test that say how many people drink alcohols. From the beginning, it's the time before the prohibitions, the people drink that's high, but at starting the prohibitions, there are actually 13% of them are the levels who drink the alcohols. But for a few years later, also in the prohibitions, there have only 16 or 17% of people they drink alcohol before now. Only 14 people or 13 people drink alcohols. But actually after the prohibitions, they pass this kind of things, also have less people drinking alcohols for little times. But after the prohibition for 10 years, people drink alcohols at similar levels with the before. After we talk about prohibition, let's move on to the introductions of cocktails. Cocktails is kind of typical mixture drink of including alcohols, but actually for it integrations have lots of them spirit, sugar, water, and butter. Or later in years they add liquor too. Cocktails is kind of community places for people to drink because in 1970 they have a party. It's called cocktail party. This party is organized for the purpose of have a social or business with some people. So it's kind of formal places, right? And after that is come to inwards time, the period of inwards and also prohibition time, right? But actually in prohibition time, cocktails also so popular. Why is that? I will tell you later. And then move on. After that times, cocktail drinks become kind of not that so popular time. That's because the liquor is open because kind of prohibition stopped, so they can drink it. So that time cocktail is kind of not so good popular than others. But in the mid of 2000s, it becomes popular again, and until now it's so popular, right? So this is a short introduction of cocktails. Okay, the last part I will talk about connections between cocktails and prohibitions and some of the community things also. So I mentioned in the first page that in prohibition times, there have some illegal shops, like illegal establishments, like speakeasies and like black pigs that are open, right? So in this kind of shops, they like to use crack tiles. And also, like the quality and quantity of liquors is not good before, so they just switch the whiskey to gin and to add some sweets. It's because like gin is kind of not good quantity drinks. It maybe have some different taste than before, but actually like the shoppers, they do not want you to know that, so they add some sweet drinks or some sweet things into it. And also like sweet things give others like a happy feeling, so they also use this too. Here I take an example of old fashioned. Old fashioned in the picture is kind of cocktail drinks. That's its resources. It's about whiskey, sugar, water, and bitter. Like whiskey in that time, I think it came to become gin. And also in that times, the government or other places, they are very looking forward to get less of wine and beer in the shops. So like the beer and the wine is kind of less numbers in the like illegal establishments. Also, because this type of cocktail is so popular in that time, so it became the center of the new cocktail parties. The cocktail parties we also mentioned in the last page. So I think this new cocktail party has become another type of community between peoples and kind of like community or organism to have some business or like social things together. And well done. Here is all our introductions and my explanations for this, and it's the end of my speak. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.